Guys, advanced math, final review, the last unit, unit 12. Okay, so unit 12 is where we're working on to 26. Okay, and question on number 6, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, any others besides 6? 11. 7. 12. Okay, hold on. 13, 16, and I thought I heard a 1. Okay. Yes. 4. And did I hear a 3?
Yeah, right.
All right, starting with number 1. We'll do what we can. X to the 3/4. And on most of these guys, I can just start you off and you can finish on your own. Does that look blurry?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, but I'm not wearing my glasses, so everything's blurry.
Better? Okay. Now, again, first thing you ask yourself, is there a logarithm in this problem?
No.
No. Do I need to put a logarithm in this problem?
No.
No, many kids do, but what is that going to bring down if I put a log on both sides? Do I need to bring the 3/4 down? No, it's only if it's a variable. But I can get rid of it by raising both sides to the 4/3. And that's so that those cross out. X equals 81. Where does that 3 go? Index or exponent? The 3. Little here, up here. 4th goes there, 3 goes there. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the cube root of 81? Did I write it down wrong? Okay. Guys, thank you. Can you pull the whole box out? Okay. Let's just talk about this. Is 81 a perfect cube?
No.
No. If it is not, then plug this into your calculator. If it is, then you would work it out that way or plug it in your calculator. It's your choice. 81 to the 4/3 and then round it to the nearest thousandths. Okay. You guys have an answer? Check it with the back. Does it match with the answer key?
Yeah.
Yes?
1 to the 3/4.
What was it? Okay. Number 3. Okay. I didn't finish it because I told you guys to finish it on your own. 81 exponent 4 fraction 3. 81 exponent 4 fraction 3. We said don't write it this way after all because 81 was not a perfect cube. If this was flipped around to 3/4, is 81, could you take the 4th root of 81? What's the 4th root of 81?
3.
And then you have 3 to the 3rd is 27. Do you think that would be a distractor on a test with this type of problem?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, it would. You flipped the fraction, but you didn't flip it properly. You left it 3/4, whatever may have happened, and you mess it up. Be careful. Okay, number 3. 100 over 49 raised to the x equals 0.7. Okay. Now do I have a log? No. Do I need a log?
No.
I could to get the x down, but could I get these to the same base? Possibly. Think about 0.7. How would you say that the proper way? Not 0.7, but 7/10. All right. And then rewrite 100 over 49 with the base of 10 and a base of 7. No, is it like yes for sure because we're reviewing for the final. Tanner? Yeah. What is that all about? How'd you know it's for you?
Obviously, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
He's lying. Where do they want you? No, he's lying. He's in trouble.
Activities, but I told them to send you right back because we're reviewing for the final. Okay. Guys, okay, so 10 to what power and 7 to what power? 10 to what power is 100?
Wait, do I take myself?
Oh, he said take your backpack. I don't know what that was about. And 7 squared? Yes? Okay, can I write that as 10 over 7 parentheses squared? Okay. And all of this is still raised to the what power? X. What do I do with those two? Multiply. 10 over 7 raised to the 2x equals 7/10. What do I do to get them the same base? I want to flip one. It doesn't matter which one. Which one do you want to flip? The one over here? Okay, if I want to flip this to 10 over 7, what do I make my exponent? -1 is correct. And now that we have them to the same base, bases drop, 2x equals -1. Divide both sides, what does x equal?
-2.
Be careful.
-1/2.
-1/2. It's okay. Do you think -2 would be a distractor? Yes, be careful. Okay, questions on 3. And if you did and you divided by a -2, 1 over -2 is the same as -1/2. Doesn't matter where you put the negative. Yes. Okay. Next one is 4. X to the -2/3 equals 100 over 121. Is there a logarithm on this problem? Is there a log? No. Do I need to add a log to each side? No, because all I'm going to bring down is a number. I don't need that. So what do I do if the variable is a base, the base is a variable, and I want to get rid of the exponent? Multiply or raise? So I raise both sides to the negative, because reciprocal of a negative is still negative. -3/2. Okay, gone and gone. X equals. Now this one, if you plug into your calculator, you're going to get a decimal. When you check the answer in the back, it's not a decimal. You have choices on the test. There's, let's say you do this, and plug in your calculator, you get a decimal. And all the answers on the multiple choice test is fractions. Can you convert all your fractions to decimals if you wanted to see which one matches with yours? Yes or no? All right, I'm going to show you how to do it without the calculator just because you guys all know how to plug it in. Radical 100 over 121, where does the -3 go? Index or power? Power, where does the 2 go? Okay, so square root of 100 over 121 is what? And all of this is raised to what power? What does a negative exponent do to your base? Flips it, inverse, 11 over 10. I'm sorry. Yeah, 11 over 10 raised to the 3rd. So plug in your calculator, 11 to the 3rd power. We know 10 to the 3rd is 1,000. Anybody tell me what 11 to the 3rd is? Wait, a little slower and louder.
1,230.
Like that? And can anybody check the answers in the back? Is that the way they wrote it? Yes. Did anybody do it with just a calculator and get a decimal answer? If you did, what do you do with all the decimals on the multiple choice? Convert them all to decimals, and with all the fractions, you convert them to decimals and see which one matches yours. Or you do it this way and you're good. Questions on number 4? Okay. Number 6. Okay. 9 to the x squared plus 2.5x equals 1 over 27 raised to the 2/3. Did I read that right? Yes. Okay. Okay, there's no log. Where are my variables? Base or exponent?
Exponent.
Okay. I could do log of both sides to get them down, but that's going to be a lot more complicated because this problem is set up so that you could do what with these?
Make them the same base.
Good job. Both of you are correct. Get them to the same base. What base am I going to use? Ignore the fraction. 3. 3 to what power is 9?
2.
And what do I do with the 2 in the existing exponent? Distribute it. Good job. So 3 to the 2x squared plus, what's 2.5x times 2? 5x. Okay, no more decimals. And then this is 3 to what power is 1 over 27? Negative 3. Do you guys all agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, what do I do with negative 3 and 2/3? Good, distribute, multiply. So I just wrote it over here so you can see it a little clearer. Negative 3 over 1 times 2 over 3. Reduce, cross reduce, or multiply and then reduce. What do you get? Negative 2. So 3 to the negative 2. Now that they're the same bases, what can be done? Drop the bases. Exponents are equal to each other. All right, and at this point, how do you solve it? Add the 2. 2x squared plus 5x plus 2 equals 0 and double bubble. What's nice about this, the only way to get a 2 is a 2x and a 1x to get the 2x squared. The only way to get this 2 is a 2 and a 1, but should I write it like this ever? No, because this here has a what? A GCF. So this is a pretty easy guess and check. 1 goes here, 2 goes there, plus, plus, and can anybody check that? Does it work?
It does.
4 and 1, it does? Yes.
How many retweets for us to not take the final?
None. Not possible. Sorry.
None?
X equals,
1 billion.
not going to happen. Kids ask me that every year. How many retweets do they need to get?
If I get 100,000 retweets, you wouldn't? Dang.
What about like 100 likes on Instagram?
How many cookies do we have to bring you to not take the final? That way it benefits you.
Cookies are not going to benefit me. They're going to... X equals what? Negative?
5. We will each give you $5. 5 times however many shoots. It's at least 100, right? No?
I should be more.
All right. Shh. Guys. Okay, stop the talking. Questions on 6? We're good? Okay, next one is 7. What you guys want to see? 7? Okay. Yeah. Is 7, can anybody check the answer? Is it written as 10 to a power? Oh, you know what? Yeah. We will, yes. Okay, did anybody check it? Is it 10 to a power? Yes. Okay. So, I heard somebody say, can you subtract the powers? Is that what we do when we're dividing like bases?
No, but you just make it 10 to the 100.
Okay. Do you guys see how she got 10 to the 100th? How does she do that?
Because you got to get the same bases.
So it's 100 to the 8th.
10 squared.
1 times 10 to the 9.
The 100 to the 8th.
All right. Good job. Everybody hear that? 100 is 10 squared. And they said 2 times 50 is 100. So 10 to the 100 over 10 to the 9th. And what do we do with the exponents? Now we can subtract because they're like bases. 10 to what power?
91.
There you go. Don't want to plug that in your calculator. That's a 1 with 91 zeros after it.
Exactly what Drew did, and he got it.
But how do you know that?
No, it literally said 10 to the 91.
Did it?
Yeah.
What was your question?
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
how come I don't remember doing this in the unit?
It was the first, second day of the unit, and we had decimals and fractions and yeah. All right. Number 11. Okay. How long does it take an investment to double in value if it is invested at 7% compounded quarterly? Big function or the small PERT function? Compounded quarterly. The big one. And it's given there. A equals P, parentheses 1 plus R over N, close parentheses, raised to the N T. All right. P is the initial amount. Did they give us initial amount?
1,000.
How long does it take for an investment to double in value? Did it say initial amount? Just 1. R, what's the rate? You might be looking at number 9. 0.07. N, it's compounded quarterly, so what's N? 4 t, did it say how long? Or is that what we're looking for? Okay. And A is the ending amount. What's the ending amount if we don't know the starting amount other than 1?
2.
Okay, why is it 2? Because it says double. How long does it take to double? So 1 and 2. If it said triple, then A would be a 3. Does that make sense? All right. Let's see, what do we do? 2 equals 1 parentheses 1 plus 0.07 over 4 raised to the 4t. Okay. Typically, what would I do right here to both sides to get rid of this one? It's not necessary, but what would we typically do? Divide. But if you divide by 1, is that really going to change anything? No. I'm just going to rewrite it without the 1 only because it bothers me, but not necessary. Okay, where is my variable? Because it's in the exponent, can I get these two to the same base? Don't know. Can you guys plug this in your calculator and see what you get? Okay, 2 equals 1.0175 raised to the 4t. Should I even try to get these two to the same base? If I can't get them to the same base, what do I have to do? Log of both sides. Good job, guys. Log of 2. So the only time we do log of both sides is to bring the variable out of the exponent if you cannot get them to the same base. And this is to the 4t. Where does that 4t go? Right there. So log of 2 equals 4t times log of 1.0175. I'm solving for t. What do I do?
You divide.
Divide by what?
Log 1.0.
Log 1.0175. Okay. Gone. Can you guys plug that in your calculator right now if you haven't done it already? Log 2. Don't forget to close your parentheses. Divide by log of that decimal. And what did you guys get? Is it a 39 point something?
Yes, 39.95.
Okay. 39.95. Was it 3 dot dot dot? What does that mean? Are we rounding it? Are we leaving it in our calculator? Equals 4t. Why do I leave it? Because I still have to divide by what? The 4. Okay, so divide by 4. If you didn't get the last decimal that I put up and you're not sure how we got it, make sure you ask. Divide by 4. And what are we looking for? Time? 3 decimal places, 9 point what? 88 years. Really close to how many years? 10. Really close to 10 years to take that amount to double in value. Okay. Questions on 11? Okay. 12. Okay, 2 log of x minus log of, is that 1,000? Equals 1. Okay, guys, paying attention, please. We're solving for x. I have 2 choices. I can condense these 2 logs if I wanted to, or know what about this. Like, it doesn't always happen, but it does here. What is that?
3.
Why is it 3?
Because log base 10.
Because it's log base 10 of 1,000. 10 to what power is 1,000? 3. Okay. Now, do you want me to change it to the 3 or condense it? Okay. So 2 log of x minus 3 equals 1. What am I going to do? Add the 3. So 2 log of x equals what? 4. And before I do any kind of wraparound or anything else, what should I get rid of first? Divide by 2 or bring it up. It's up to you. I'm going to divide by 2. Log of x equals 2. Now, is there a log in the problem? Yes. Is this drop the log or wrap around? Why is it not drop?
There's only one log.
There's only one log. There's not a log on each side. Remember, when you wrap, what happens to the log? It drops. It ends up going away. Well, okay. What's the base I don't see? 10 to what power? Equals what variable? And so x equals 100. All right. Questions? Yes. Are we good?
You have to put your phone. And you have to put your phone.
It's okay. Just go, Anna. What was that?
No, it's Victoria. She has to put her phone.
It's okay. Is 13 on my list? It is. Okay. It is, but this one should be crossed out. Do you guys still want me to do it?
Yes.
Yeah?
I want to learn. We don't have to.
It's not, we used to teach it, but I believe they do it in Math 3, so we dropped it. Yes?
Yeah, I want to learn.
Okay. You don't. You don't, then close your eyes. Power comes up, 7 log base 7 of 64. When those two numbers are the same, they kind of undo each other because they're inverse functions. 64 is your answer. They're inverse functions, so they undo each other. 64 is your answer. Not necessary. Okay, so if you didn't do it, just put skip. Not needed. Okay, what are we on? 16? Log base 7 of x equals 1/2 log base 7 of 3x plus 4. All right, guys, we are listening quickly. Does it look like I want to eventually drop the log for this problem? There's only one log on each side. Do I want to drop the log? What do I do with the 1/2 power first? Raise it. So log base 7 of x equals log base 7 of 3x plus 4 raised to the 1/2 power. Because there's exactly one log on each side and they both have the same base, what can we do? Drop them. X equals 3x plus 4 raised to the 1/2. What do I raise both sides to? Bless you. To the second power. Will that second power undo the 1/2 power?
Yeah.
So I get x squared equals 3x plus 4. Can you guys finish it from there? What are you going to have to do after you get it over to the other side? Factor and solve. Remember, since you're working with logs, you have to go back and make sure that you have no log of a negative number. Got it? Anybody factor it? Is it minus 4 plus 1? So x equals 4 negative 1. Does the 4 work? 4 works there. 4 works there. Does the negative 1 work? Now, people will say, well, it works here, but does it work everywhere? Does it work right there? No. Log base 7 of negative 1 is not going to work, so what's my only answer? Do you think it would have both of them as a distractor?
She's back.
Would it have both of these as a distractor on the final? Be careful. Any questions?